sitting here in traffic on I-95 today at 5:30, October 7th, 2024. So, just to give you a little update of what's going on. All right, there's been a crazy hurricane situation that Helene, who came through, Florida's west coast up to Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and the devastation is unmeasurable. So, in my last video, I was trying to speak out to the people that have been experiencing this, plus the people who are watching it, the people who are going to help out. And my thought is that the only way to really get through this and get above this, where you feel like you could never get above what you saw kind of thing, is it's a fine line, but if you follow this, it might help you. And I really truly believe and hope that it will help anyone who's having a hard time right now. So I know there's a million prayers and millions of people are praying all over for everyone, and it's really beautiful, but it's hard to deal with the images that everybody has seen. So the only way above those images is to change that image. And I'm actually going to reach out to artists right now and ask them if there's any way that they can do some art around this vision that I'm going to hopefully help you to envision. Okay, so instead of picturing the vision that you saw, we're going to look at this from a spiritual point of view and what heaven might see when these things are happening, and the people in heaven that are waiting to embrace the people that are coming to heaven. All right, so instead of seeing a body floating in a river, you're seeing angels all around that body holding the person in spirit, and the person is lifted in spirit, lit up and glorified in love, in light, in the heavens. And these people are being lifted, and songs are being sung, and the heaven is embracing the spirits that are coming to heaven. These people, these beautiful people. And the heavens are open. And what I see, so sad, but in a more joyful, glorified way. Okay, so what I see is all of these people running to help, because the government isn't helping and FEMA isn't helping. And this is why I say join the Unity Party. And I'm throwing politics in here. I don't even know if it's a real count, but I just don't want to see anybody fooled by what's going on. They did not bring FEMA. FEMA was given to the immigrants that were pouring in, into the United States, and they're supposed to be voting Democrat when they get in. It's a very weird thing, and I just a little note of that. And back to all these volunteers that are helping, because FEMA has no money. It was given away, and now these people have nothing. And beautiful beings, these regular people, just going out and helping and volunteering and coming together in droves. I mean, every heart that even wants to be there but doesn't want to go there because there's so much devastation, and they wouldn't know what road to go on or not go on, but they want to help, and they're just saying their prayers and wishing these people well. And it's just like I'm seeing these people as angels, as beautiful beings of light just coming in, with armor of love, just wanting to help. And that's the vision that I'm guessing heaven sees, and you're learning who people truly are. You are seeing people's beauty in a way that, it's hard to see who people truly are. But at times like this, you really see who people truly are. People are giving of themselves everything that they possibly can just to even maybe get a bag of food to someone who's hungry. And I tell you this because for many, many years, we watched devastation on TV shows in the middle of the night, give money. Sally Field, well, not Sally, was that her name? Sally Struthers. Give money to these poor children in these countries. And here's the wealthiest of people going there asking, people who couldn't even afford to feed their own kids, to feed kids in other countries. And everybody was devastated by that, seeing these hungry children with no clothes and stuff. And who knows, but we all have felt that. And I was like 17 years old doing haircuts and sending $20 a month to these kids over there, and just hopes that they're actually giving them the money and feeding them. And then come to find that most of those charities were using that money in not charitable ways. And that's pretty devastating, So now we're going beyond the government because people don't trust the government. I mean, you might trust the government, but I don't trust the government, I mean, the fact that, anyway, I don't want to get off topic here because there's so much going on. The geoengineering, the GMOs, all these things that are happening at the same time. I mean, it's just an explosion of stuff. And I live in Florida. I love when the storms come because I love to watch everybody surf. I love to film the surf. I enjoy the energy around it. I just love being there and seeing it, There's a beautiful energy in the ocean when the waves are crashing and people are surfing and people haven't seen each other in a while and everyone just comes out, from their little caves wherever they've been and they just get in the water and it's really cool. And I love that. And the clouds do the most amazing things and the colors of the ocean and I could go on forever about how beautiful these storms are. But on the other side of the coin, a lot of devastation happens with these storms. So I'm in such a Gemini mode right here because it's like this storm, the only thing I'm finding different about it could dissipate, man. Milton or whatever they're calling it could just dissipate. And that's what I would love to happen. It just dissipates. But because that moon with that asteroid going around it and the Leo King and Pam Gregory, the astrologers, the astronomers talking about the chaotic rises in the waters over the last 3 months. I mean, at least the Leo King's been saying at this time we are going to have some crazy water situations happening, and Pam Gregory as well, So when I put all that together with North Carolina and what just happened there, it makes me want to go north of Florida. And like I said, I love Florida so much. I mean, that place is paradise as far as I'm concerned. But nobody wants to be just another person stuck in there. I'd rather be a person who could help out. and bring them supplies if need be, if God forbid anything happens, because FEMA is not helping. But DeSantis, nice job, dude. I love that he got up there and he spoke out on what's happening, and I love that the authorities in North Carolina spoke out and said if anyone from FEMA tries to stop a helicopter from helping people, whether it's a private helicopter or not, FEMA's going to get arrested. And I'm like, good. Because they shouldn't have rights, those people, for what they're doing. They're coming in there and telling people who are trying to help everyone that they're not allowed to help. And I don't know who made that rule, but that's got to go. Anybody who wants to help, who's not causing any, problems there, should be able to help. And even if it's just hugging somebody, even if it's just listening to someone scream and pour their heart out, because things are so devastating. Just being there for people. And when this happens, if you can think of it, when you're with someone who's in that situation, just let everything go and picture complete light and love, like the light and love of God and the universe and your higher power and your higher self around this person, around you, around everything, and allow it to emanate. If you can let it emanate, and picture it emanating to everyone, then so be it, man. Do it. The more you can allow that to emanate, the better. It's like, anyway, sitting in traffic on the Queensboro Bridge tonight. In I-95. I'm nowhere near the Queensboro Bridge, Chas, don't worry. but yeah, that's my whole point here, is that I don't know if the storm's going to dissipate, if it's going to disappear, if it's going to break up and become nothing, or a little bit of wind or a little bit of rain. But on the slim chance there is that this thing's going to hit in the category it's claiming to hit at, I don't want to be in it. I want to be out of it, and I will help by coming back in and helping out, and that's that. And like I said, I actually have a place to go to north of here that I'm on my way to, so it's not like I'm just jumping in to help out in North Carolina. I am going to see if I can help out there, because there's got to be something I could help with. The thing is being able to get to these places, and that's the whole thing. So I'm sure I'll see people on the road, or when I get up there, I got to go do what I have to do, and then check on what I have to check on, and then make my way towards whatever is near that I could help with. And yeah, anybody helping out, prayers, good energy, just October 12th is Pray for Peace, so that's at noon on October 12th. I guess they're trying to get the whole world to pray for peace at the same time. And God bless that, because that's beautiful. We should all be praying for peace. We should all hold that space. If you hold a space within you for peace, like a true space of peace, where you go to that light, that love, that void of anything else but light and love, and forgiveness. That forgiveness is like the key to peace. That's it right there. Once you just forgive the worst thing that's ever happened, it's like a huge letting go of the cross you've been walking around with, that's been weighing on you. So forgiveness is beautiful. It's amazing. It frees your And that's really important. And there's so many important things, and there's so many things to know, and there's so many things that it's good to be ignorant of, because who cares about them? Who even wants to know about them? But like the Leo King and Pam Gregory have been saying, the truth is being revealed. They've been peeling back the pieces of this onion forever. And, you know, I guess the last thing the Leo King did, sometimes he throws me off a little bit. You know, there's the dark moon Lilith or whatever, but he just explains to you how some people can get caught up in those celestial energies, you know. And the thing is to focus on your heart, focus on love, focus on, you know, your higher self. Focus on all the most positive things you could focus on in life, and allow those things to emanate, you know. And especially if you have children right now, they're all watching this too, and we really have to take into consideration that they're seeing this and they're feeling these energies. And, you know, the best thing we could do is give them a visual of something beautiful taking place from all of this devastation, you know. And while we're here on earth, that's what we should do, and we'll see some change, you know. We'll see the world change, because the highest vibration wins, scientifically, okay? The highest vibration wins, and the low vibration doesn't exist in the high vibration. So the higher you vibrate, the lower vibrations move away from you. They don't want to be near that unless they want to change. Unless a low vibration person wants to change, they'll attract to you, and they'll allow your energy to heal them. And otherwise, if they're not into that healing, man, they're going in the opposite direction, and it's going to dissipate. It's going to just go bye-bye. So we have to vibrate high, and when we do that, there will be more support for us, you know, because that we'll have each other, and we'll connect to everyone's energies. And I wanted to say one more thing about, I just wanted to touch on one subject. What the heck was it? Yeah, Kara Castronova, Newsmax, doing her thing in that Long Island radio station. I don't know if you could follow Kara Castronova, just follow her. Trisha Lindsay, well, I'd really love to interview that lady, boy. Johnny Tobacco, he's on Newsmax with Kara Castronova. And these people are out there being the journalists, you know, being the voices of truth, you know, in this world. And I think this whole COVID thing brought out uncovering what is really going on. I mean, we've been for years and years and years. I've been an activist, I don't even know, I feel like my whole life, but definitely when I got to Florida, you know, that's when the whole chemtrail thing was like rampant. It just started going, and the atrazine in the water, the atrazine, whatever it's called, I mean, oddly, I just want to get away from this truck. Just get tired of seeing the same thing in front of me. The atrazine in the water, dude, who does this? It turns frogs that are male into female, okay? And they put it in the water supply because they want to depopulate the world. It's like they want to have like, I don't know who would even do this, but it started out, they asked this man scientists, biologists, to figure out a way to make the frogs gay because there was too many frogs in the population, right? So he figures it out. And not only do these frogs turn homosexual, now the male frogs begin turning into female frogs. So they're all monked up, okay? And some, I don't know what you want to call this person, in what level of government or corporation, decided to put this stuff in the water of the poor communities to depopulate the poor communities, okay? Not only that, that water is now everywhere, okay? So, I don't know what happens when you get to heaven and you gotta get confronted by God after you do something like that, dude. But I mean, these are things that we have to forgive that people have done, and there's got to be some way to reverse. Maybe like the most fallen person, like the most bad person that has a turnaround, that gets forgiven and then has this amazing turnaround, that is considered like some kind of, I don't even know, like what's like the highest level of something to happen spiritually, some kind of major spiritual thing happen. But if these people could be turned around from what they're doing, that would be amazing. But if they can't be turned around from what they're doing, there's got to be a separation. I mean, it's like you can't exist happily in chaos like this. I mean, maybe some people can, but I'd rather be in an energy that's flowing, that I know, that I love, that I embrace, that people are doing good and they're prosperous and they're eating, everyone has food and everyone's healthy and everyone's joyful and everyone's, we're making music and we're having a good time and we're surfing and we're loving life like what we came here to do, to love life, right? Well, that's what I think the story would be, that came here to love life and to be part of this, But the way we do things is a little ass backward here, because we got prisoners in prison and we don't have a rehabilitation for them. We just punish them and turn it into some kind of, place no one would ever want to go, when actually we should be helping these people because they have families, they have children, they have mothers and daughters, and you know what I mean? Like, we should be helping these people. It should be a rehabilitation system, These kids in school, they want to throw them on Adderall. Don't put your kid on Adderall. It's a drug, man. Unless your kid is bouncing off the walls uncontrollably and you cannot control this child with vitamins, or some other natural form, or even, figure out a lifestyle for them, do not put them on drugs. Adderall is a drug. Ritalin's a drug. They're all drugs. There's no need for these drugs. These children are, they're experiencing, it's unbelievable what they have to experience in school and stuff. So let's just stay in the subject that we're in here, and check out Newsmax and watch Cara Castronuova. Check out the Leo King, Pam Gregory. I mean, all different people affect all different people in all different ways. And maybe, the Leo King might be too serious for you, or, Cara might be too serious, and whoever Pam Gregory is, these people just display, and there's love all the people out there too. There's this one guy, he always talking about angel energies and stuff. I can't think of his name. I don't know him that great. I don't listen to him all the time, but I have watched him. And I do think he, you know, he talks about some really beautiful stuff, and that's important. So anyway, this is the traffic if you're going to be on I-95 in like going towards Georgia. So I'm about, I didn't really get very far the whole time I've been talking on this video, but I'm pretty close to Georgia here. I'm getting there. And it looks like everything's moving along. This guy's got